Hi everyone, today I thought I'd just show you Nathan's meds. I've just picked up a load from the pharmacy, so it's quite a good time to kind of show you what he goes through. So this is a month's supply of medication for him, and we count his milk as medication too, because without his specialised recipe he just wouldn't be able to gain weight and he would fade very quickly. So what we do is we mix this formula down here. This is a low fat, high protein formula. It's a complete food, but we mix into that this very high calorie formula. So this is 1.5 calories per mil. It's about the same as heavy cream, so you get a lot of bang for your buck with that one. We mix that one in, and then we also mix this little number in. So this Liquigen, it's made from coconut oil mostly. It's MCT fats, which are the only type of fat that Nathan can easily absorb on his own. Because his liver doesn't work properly, the bile that would normally travel from the liver back to the intestines to help process fat and absorb fat and vitamins, it doesn't get there. So without that bile he can't absorb fat except for this kind, so that's why we add that one in there. Then we have another side effect of the old bile not getting into the intestines is that it sits in the liver, causing problems in there, and the liver has to try and get rid of it in other ways. So it tries to excrete it out through the skin, which makes Nathan really itchy. This Alisoth here, it's actually also known as Phenergan. It's an antihistamine, but that helps take the edge off the itch, and it also helps him go to sleep. So sends him off, basically sedates him enough that even if he's really itchy, he can get off to sleep for a little while. This number here, it's bright red. It actually turns people's bodily fluids red as well. So when he first went onto it, his urine was red, his tears were red, even his snot had a reddish tinge. It's pretty potent stuff. So that helps take the edge off the itch as well. It's actually an antibiotic, and they're not really sure why, but it seems to help. So he has that morning and night. And he also has this one morning and night. So this is ursodeoxycholic acid, and I think that works by grabbing the bile salts and helping flush them out through the kidneys, I think, as opposed to it coming out through the skin. He hasn't been on that one very long, but we have noticed quite a good result with that one. It's probably the most effective of the three, so it's been quite good. He's also on omeprazole, so he has omeprazole morning and night as well. He's got a Mickey button or a feeding tube in his stomach, and the gastric juices from the stomach can leak out of that feeding tube, and they cause quite a bit of pain and irritation. The omeprazole just neutralizes those acids a little bit and takes the edge off that for him, making him a bit more comfortable. And then we've got the old Cefaclor. So this is an antibiotic as well. He's on that once a day, and that's because of his bilateral urinary reflux. So it's basically to stop any UTIs before they even start. A UTI is a urinary tract infection. One of those can be quite dangerous for him. It's very easy for the infection to travel up to the kidneys because just the way that his bladder is, there's not correct valves or anything to stop that from happening, so the urine can wash back up very quickly, and he can get very sick very fast, so that's why he's on that one. And then the last medication he has each day is this one here. This is vitamin K. So it comes in these little teeny weeny vials here. Sorry, the focus isn't very good. And you get a little special syringe as well to take those out, and I usually mix it with a little bit of water because it's such a minuscule amount. That one's really important. Vitamin K helps your blood clot, and people with liver problems don't absorb vitamin K correctly, so they need to take it every day to ensure that their blood can clot correctly. He used to be on other vitamins as well, other fat-soluble vitamins, but he seems to be managing to absorb those quite well on his own at the moment, which is really cool. These are some of the supplies that we get. So we get nice big bottles here to mix up his formula in. We get an assortment of different sized syringes to measure all the food in. And these little things here are actually little extension tubes. So one end clips into his feeding button and then the other end is over here. And we used to use that to put his milk through, but now he's drinking most of his milk orally, so we use it mainly for medication. And yeah, there's the milk all made up. When he used to be on using the feeding tube overnight, we used to also use a lot of these little extension tubes. So we'd connect this to this and then run it through a pump into his stomach. So he would basically be drinking without even realising it while he slept. But thankfully we don't have to do that any longer. Anyway, I hope that was interesting, and I'll catch you tomorrow. Thanks. Bye.